Florida is the Magic are about to go into this interconference contest right here. The Spurs would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
And they've been every bit as good as expected, Greg, rolling through the regular season, and they're gathering momentum as the postseason grows closer. I would say they'll be dangerous again in the playoffs.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Anderson Varejao is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Jamison in at the one. So the San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And Gasol gets it to go.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Here's Jamison. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Antonio on defense. Four-point game. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
On the clock, here's Payton. And that misses everything.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And the foul called on Paul Gasol. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding. right there.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Jamison. Rejected by Gasol. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Orlando on D. Here's Jamison. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. Jamison's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. The pass to Gasol. Back to Payton. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Jamison. Another miss by Jamison. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Payton against Jamison. Picked by Vucevic. Gasol, wide open, he fires. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Gasol's got his second basket of the night. Here's Jamison. Drills it from outside.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
How good a Spurs who had a chance to talk with head coach Adrian Griffin.
He talked about the respect he has for the game of Marcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his and with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Jamison kicks to Aldridge. Good D by Gasol.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Payton. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Jamison against Payton. Jamison the pass to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Jamison with the basket on the assist from Leonard. 15 points for Freak.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Thus far, they haven't gotten the ball inside at all.
Yep, I've got to give the defense credit here. Cutting off driving lanes and really making them a jump shooting team.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Jamison against Payton. They set the screen. Gasol, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. 1.
You know, Kevin, sometimes players fade out after the All-Star break. They start cruising a little bit, but not so with him. I mean, he's working just as hard on defense now as he was earlier in the season, and you can see it starting to pay off.
Now here's Payton. Picked by Vucevic. Payton against Jameson. Vucevic. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that. Pretty one-handed flow.
Just absolute domination in this one for Jameson. He's up to 15 points. This is the way he wanted to start the game.
You know what? Going full speed from the word go, really impressive.
The Magic trail by 11. Pass to Harris. The jump hook. That misses off the backboard. The Spurs have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Leonard against Vucevic. The shot by Payton. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Payton's got his second basket of the game. San Antonio leading by 9. Here's Jameson. Sinks the triple.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
Stolen by Verajao. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Green with the ball. And another basket for San Antonio.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Payton against Jameson. Payton dishes to Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Jameson. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Now here's Payton. Here's Vucevic. And it's off the back rim. No good. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Verajao can't hit. The Magic trail by 18. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Jameson picking him up. Jameson against Payton. Here's Gasol. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
And Verajao gets to Jameson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a... rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Gasol, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutes. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs. Jameson in at shooting guard. Robert Covington out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Parker, and it's Diaw in at the 5 down low. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He had 55 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
McGee's shot is off. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the 76ers.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building. And there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back. And as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Gordon. Harris comes in for Hezonja. And it's Elfrid Payton in for J.J. Barea. And here's McGee. Following the three-pointer by Freak. McGee, the pass to Payton. Harris outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Tries again. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
McCallum, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And both free throws good for Green.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now, here's Oladipo. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. In transition, here come the Spurs. And the slam dunk by Jamison.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Another one falls for San Antonio.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And Oladipo kicks to Payton. McGee a screen on Jamison. Back to Oladipo, trying to get back on track. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Oladipo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Jamison, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away. Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now. And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been a much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And here is Payton, following the three-pointer by Freak. Comes up empty from 8 feet. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Feeds to Vucevic. Back to Payton. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
The dish to Harris. Kicks to Vucevic from 10 feet out. He squares up and sinks it. Vucevic has got 8.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
1:52 left in the first half of basketball. Payton drives in. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And San Antonio shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Jamison. Another one falls for San Antonio.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Payton outside. The wide open look here for Oladipo. San Antonio with the rebound. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Jamison. Another one falls for San Antonio.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
There's the pick. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. A different look now for San Antonio. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Verishov. And it's Williams in for McCallum. Phelps, he's covered by Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Jamison. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Harris, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk.